In the heart of Meadowbrook, a quaint town surrounded by rolling hills and a tapestry of vibrant meadows, lived a teacher named Mrs. Eleanor Turner. Her presence at Meadowbrook Elementary School was like a gentle breeze, quietly touching the lives of students and leaving an indelible mark on their hearts. Mrs. Turner wasn't just a purveyor of knowledge, she was a beacon of humility that illuminated the path of countless young minds. Mrs. Turner's classroom was a haven of warmth and acceptance. Adorned with colorful artwork and motivational quotes, it radiated an atmosphere of encouragement. Her humility, a quality that flowed effortlessly in her interactions, set the tone for a learning environment where every student felt seen, valued, and capable of growth. One sunny morning, as golden rays streamed through the classroom windows, Mrs. Turner introduced a new project to her eager students. The task was to create something meaningful, something that echoed their individuality. The room buzzed with excitement as creativity took center stage. Amelia, a reserved girl with a passion for painting, hesitated to share her work. Doubt lingered in her eyes, and Mrs. Turner, attuned to the unspoken struggles of her students, approached with a genuine smile. "Amelia, your perspective is unique, and your art has a voice of its own. Would you like to tell the class about your creation?" Mrs. Turner's humility was evident in the way she elevated others, turning a potentially daunting moment into an opportunity for self-expression. Amelia, encouraged by Mrs. Turner's gentle support, stood in front of the class and shared the inspiration behind her painting. The room hushed as her words painted vivid images of her imagination. Mrs. Turner listened intently, her eyes reflecting not just approval, but genuine admiration for Amelia's courage. As the school year unfolded, Mrs. Turner continued to cultivate an atmosphere of humility and inclusivity. She celebrated the strengths of each student, making them feel like valued contributors to the tapestry of learning. Her humility wasn't a mere trait, it was a guiding principle that influenced every aspect of her teaching. One day, the school announced the Teacher of the Year award. The staff and students eagerly awaited the revelation. Knowing that each teacher brought something special to the table, when the name was finally announced, it echoed through the halls like a note of recognition for years of dedication. Mrs. Eleanor Turner. The news surprised Mrs. Turner, who, in her humility, hadn't sought recognition but had quietly focused on creating an environment where students could thrive. As she stood on the stage to receive the award, her speech reflected the essence of her character. "I stand here not as an individual achiever, but as a reflection of the incredible potential within each student," Mrs. Turner began. "This award is not mine alone. It belongs to the entire Meadowbrook community, where every student, teacher, and staff member contributes to the vibrant spirit of learning." Her words resonated with sincerity, and the applause that followed was a symphony of appreciation for a teacher who embodied humility in her very being. Mrs. Turner dedicated the award to her students, expressing gratitude for the lessons they taught her and the joy they brought into her life. As the years passed, Mrs. Turner's impact extended far beyond the confines of the school. Former students, now navigating the complexities of adulthood, carried the lessons of humility with them. Whether they pursued careers in the arts, sciences, or humanities, Mrs. Turner's influence shaped their approach to success, emphasizing collaboration over competition and kindness over achievement. In retirement, Mrs. Turner continued to be a presence in Meadowbrook. She volunteered at community events, mentored new teachers, and shared her wealth of experience with anyone willing to learn. Her humility remained a guiding light, reminding others that true success wasn't measured by accolades but by the positive influence one had on others. The town of Meadowbrook, once touched by the gentle breeze of Mrs. Turner's humility within the school walls, now felt the enduring impact of her legacy. As the seasons changed, the vibrant meadows surrounding the town mirrored the growth and flourishing of countless lives touched by a teacher who, in her humility, became a source of inspiration for generations to come.